I don't really know how, even from a strictly rational perspective, this can be disputed. There are certain universal principles of morals and ethics that run through all cultures. And if there wasn't, what right would societies have to make laws? What right would we have had to criticize the Nazis?
Hey, my name is Dempsey Tapley. I'm the creator of Eternal Confidence. I just want to stop in and say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If there's a question that you want us to ask in the future, comment it below and we'll get to that in a future season. And if you get something out of this episode, a like and subscribe go a long ways to helping the channel grow, which is really exciting. So I hope you enjoy Is There Objective Moral Truth?
Maybe you feel like you're winning with created morality by the church. You get to tick the boxes of which ones you haven't or have done, and then they put a couple of sticky ones in there like don't be jealous of your neighbor's stuff, don't covet your neighbor's stuff, or whatever, just to take you down a peg. Kind of going off here. But objective morality and truth. That one's complicated. That one's hard. I think as a concept, I'm still trying to get my head around it. That's a difficult question. I think that morality and truth cannot be created on habit. If you're naturally inclined to be a very warm, kind person, you'll find religion easy. If you're a difficult, complicated, confused person, it's not going to be something that makes complete sense to you, and it's not going to be I don't know how to say it. Yes. I think I covered that one. I'm just going to walk in circles with that one. That one's kind of confusing to me. I get it, but I kind of don't. I don't think the church helps create morality by having commandments. And I think humans are naturally going to continue being who they are, regardless of rules.
In the Bible, Jesus claims literally to be truth. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I am taking that at his word. I think that there are certain things that we as a species see and generally, universally understand to be true. So we know there's something wrong about burying a child. I don't know anyone who sees that as something it sits wrong with us, because that is something that we see as true. There's the example of nearly every culture sees murder as wrong, as far as having a right and a wrong, and our actions, and with morality, that murder is immoral. But then, there's all the details of motive and things like that get messy. Whether people believe in truth or not, that there are things that people generally believe or understand to be consistent in creation. But I believe that specifically truth comes from God, and that he gives that to us through Jesus, through the Bible, but just also the sun rises and it sets and seasons happen, and nature seems to it follows patterns. It acts in a specific way consistently. And as humans, we're a lot more complicated, and we have to deal with who we are as people instead of just going through actions. But we tend to see things and act on them fairly consistently.
No. I feel like there's objective goodness and like, well, no, but that's the same thing. I guess there can't be objective morality, like there can't not be that, and then there can't be objective goodness or badness because it's so situational. Like, I was gonna say, yes, there's objective truth because you should never kill a person, but like, if they're attacking you, you definitely should kill them. So then that's bad because killing is bad, but they're trying to kill you, so then you should do something about it. So then is killing them bad? I guess it's still bad and like not the desired effect, but like it was good for you. So I don't know. I don't have a real answer for that question because I think everything is so situational and like situational to the person and the location and the time period and the emotional motivations and all of that. So I think no, because it's so, there's so many factors that can go into it all.
All things stem from who God is, and so as a Christian, I believe in a creator, and all things have been created through him, and so morality is defined by what God defines it as, because he is morality, he is truth. And so for somebody to say, I believe that this thing, like say, if someone were to believe that murder is wrong, another person were to believe that murder is right, who's, if it's just subjective and everyone's correct, what's the point to anything that we do? And so you have to have an objective morality to show us the standard of good, the standard of truth. And if you don't have that standard, then everyone's going to do what they will, and there's really no point to anything that anybody does.
What do you think, Kate? Is there truth?
Paper?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's truth.
there's truth. There's truth in math, I guess. I think everybody has a sense of what it is, so I guess in that sense it might be objective. I think everybody has a sense of what is good, at least for them, and if they can somehow project it onto what might be good for other people, I mean, we don't always get it right, obviously. I don't know. Is love the objective, maybe? Is that an objective truth that's even possible? Is love, I don't know. I feel like that might be the closest thing, if that is a real thing, and that's not just subjective. For me, I lean more towards the idea of truth and morality being subjective, but having at least a compass. I don't know. Does that make sense that truth might be subjective, but we all have like a similar compass? We all have like the same compass to go off of. I don't know how to even really explain it. I think that we all have an idea or a sense of what it could be. So is that consistent enough to be objective? Is that consistent enough to, be a truth? My own truths have come from experience and relationships. And so that might be the only permanence, the only objective is relationships. as Randy Nelson would say. Relationships. The best I can do.
Okay.
I was out picking flowers. I had no concern for the hours. I had no concern for the time I was given.
I don't really know how, even from a strictly rational perspective, this can be disputed. There are certain universal principles of morals and ethics that run through all cultures, whether they be Christian cultures or pagan cultures or non-believing cultures altogether. For example, rape and murder aren't espoused by anybody's culture as far as I know. Cowardice is never celebrated in any culture. So these are just examples of these objective realities that run through all cultures, whether there's a belief in God or not. So I would say there is definitely an objective culture, or objective morality or ethics. And if there wasn't, what right would societies have to make laws? What right would we have had to criticize the Nazis during World War II? What is it our business how they treat the Jews? If there's not an objective moral right or wrong there, and we're just animals, highly evolved animals, but animals, then justice doesn't make any sense. We have no right to have courts. We have no right to criticize anybody for what they do. So yes, there is definitely objective morality. No question about it.
Oh, dear Icarus, well, you should have known better. You should have known better. Oh, dear Icarus, you should check the weather. Should check the weather. Oh, dear Icarus, well, you should have known better. You should have known better.
Objective. That's a tough one. I always thought that, and maybe it's just kind of an easy way to explain the badness of the world or whatever, that it was all subjective, and that's why it was all subjective, and that's why we so often got it wrong. Hold on, Big Guy. Give me just one moment. I'm brainstorming, thinking.
Does your dad always pause this long before he talks?
Hey, these are big questions, right?
Daddy.
Yes.
What does this say?
It says aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is the answer.
What is aluminum? Does it go through, or does it still go through, or?
It looks like light doesn't go through aluminum foil. It reflects.
Oh, so
Yep.
it reflects.
It reflects. See.
Yep, I still have it reflect.
Okay. All right. Give me one moment. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Observation, or prediction. Observation. Where are you going? Okay. One more paper. Okay. One more paper, and then you got to go upstairs for a little bit, or hang out with Daddy. Aw. Who's that?
It says, I wanted to go to the toy store with Grandma.
Oh. So is that Grandma and Grandpa, or is that you and Grandma?
That's me and Grandma.
Oh, cute.
She kind of has curly hair.
She does kind of have curly hair. All right, you gonna stay down here with Daddy, or you gonna go upstairs and pack?
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay. All right. I'll be down here. All right.
Can you come upstairs when you want to?
Yes. Yep. When I'm done. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. Are you good?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.